Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to say hey if you're new here. I know I've got a ton of new subscribers. My name is Bree and I love to go thrifting and junking. I take those finds and upcycle them into beautiful home decor. Now today we are finally finishing up that massive garage sale, thrift store, free pile finds that I started a couple of weeks ago. I have to make some room because I have some super exciting things coming up. You'll have to wait till the end of the video though, and I will have a sneak peek for you. You can find everything that I'm using today over on my website, upcycledbybree.com. And of course, if you are new, click that little subscribe button and the bell next to it, and YouTube will let you know every time there is a new Upcycled by Bree. Without further ado, let's hop into project number one. I grabbed this ladder for $2. I sell these in my booth all day long, about $24.95. I was thinking about dripping some fun milk paint drips on this. What do y'all think? It's brown, like latex brown, so I think it could use a fun paint job. I'm going to wipe the dirt and grime off this ladder, but not worry about being too detailed because honestly, that dirt will give me some good chippiness. Sweet Pickins milk paint in Harbor, half a cup of warm water, half a cup of paint powder. After a thorough stirring, I'm going to add just a splash of Bond. This is the additive by Sweet Pickins milk paint, and it helps your paint adhere to your surface. This ClingON F50 brush is making quick work of this little ladder, and it is extra handy to use a ClingON with your milk paint. Just soak it in a cup of water overnight and the paint virtually falls out of the bristles the next morning. Easy peasy cleanup. After my milk paint is dry, I take it on the back porch and give it a sand with 220 grit sandpaper on my orbital sander. Time to add some runny, drippy paint. If this would have been an actual old, authentic paint step stool ladder, it would have drips, right? And I wanted to think about some vintage colors. So we are taking the brand new DIY pigment in Plant Lady, mixing it with some White Swan, and going to create a beautiful vintage green. Then Bright Side, which is the yellow, with some cake batter, just for fun. Dabble do you of cake batter. Tippy tap here, the yellow. Just mustardy, I don't know. I'm gonna pull that back with some White Swan. These making powders are so versatile. I can't wait to show y'all even more ways to use them. And remember, they're available for pre-order over on my website, upcycledbybree.com. I let all those drips dry, and now I'm using a Sweet Pickins Beeswax in clear. This has a beautiful creamy consistency and it smells wonderful. Now, I've also had a request to show the white Decrepit dust from Cheryl. So Cheryl, here it is. I sprinkled the powder on right over the wax, and now I'm using a chip brush and stippling it in. Taking a wet towel, wiping back the excess, and it leaves you with a beautiful, dusty patina without the harshness of using a dark dust. I love the way it looks over this beautiful light blue. What do y'all think? Here is the final look. Paid $1 for this big green jug. I think I'm gonna put some pretty white flowers in this one and have it closer to the $12.95 range. This was a cool shape and a very cool color. Green is hot right now. This says Sun Sweet on the bottom. Patent applied for. Well, would you look at that? There's 2 of them. This one, however, does not say Sun Sweet on it, but it does have that same little like UFO looking mark.
Very interesting.
Found a couple of church keys. She charged me 10 cents a piece for these. And if you don't know what church keys are, they are the name that they used to call the bottle openers. I learned so much from you guys. Use them to stage up an old jar. Next up were by far my favorite finds of the day. A copper pitcher and a copper mug, $3 and $2. This one was originally $13, decorative use only, made in Turkey. Look at that gorgeous handle with some great patina. This one just says solid copper made in Turkey, Houston International Trading. Again, a pretty gold handle on that one. I'm going to keep these. Y'all, look at this big old basket. 25 cents. It's in great shape, just needs cleaned up a little bit. And these are awesome for the summertime if you're going out to the garden and you're picking vegetables. Awesome for that cottagecore life. They're really pretty with flowers laid in them, whether you're going out to the garden and picking fresh flowers or you just want to display some faux floral in your home. So I will stage them up and show you guys what I'm talking about, but I love this one. It's got the beautiful wrapped handle. I will put this one in my booth because it's way too big to ship for $16.95. Just getting ready to check out at one sale and a gentleman carried these out and I snagged them real fast. $1 for this, $2 for this. I'm going to add a grain sack stripe using DIY layered chocolate and my JRV stencil and brush. The grain sack stripe stencil has been the most popular so far on my website, and this number 20 brush makes quick work of this stencil. Distressing the paint just a bit here with some 220 grit sandpaper and sealing it up with DIY clear wax. These stencils are extra thick, so they're super easy to clean. They are perfect for crafters and resellers. I decided this would be the perfect little stand to upgrade my side table in my favorite sitting spot. That stencil sure makes this type of project super quick and easy. I love the way it came out. Let me know below, do you think this is an upgrade from the table before? This next sale I went to was a charity donation. So I filled up a green bucket full of goodies and I paid $10. First up is this beautiful chime, which I am 100% keeping. It sounds really pretty. If it's not too loud, I'll let you guys hear it. But the patina on those bells is gorgeous. This is gonna look great on my porch. It's just adorable pair of salt and pepper shakers. They have some chips and dings for sure. They don't have their stoppers anymore. Not even actually be, they might be pretend. Like, that's not even actually, these are fake, but they're cute. I'm gonna do a little research on them, but I will sell them on my site if you're an elephant lover. That guy has a big old booger on the back of his head, but they are adorable. Y'all know I'm a sucker for vintage and antique kitchen utensils. These are dough blenders. I use them sometimes to mash potatoes since I don't make bread. And items, the black handle and the wood handle are pretty great, so I will leave those alone. And you know, that one's a little rusty, so decor use only. This hanging wall pocket was $3 and I can sell it as is. It's nice and clean. It just needs to be priced up and put in my booth. I'm thinking around $19.95, and I think I'll slip some fun little labels into these slots. And then I can also use it to hold a few items in my booth until it sells. The person holding this sale had a couple of personal items there too, marked as well. So I paid $2 for this bucket to put all of my stuff in as I was shopping, but I did really like the green color. It's got brown handles. It's going to go perfectly as is right into my booth. If I've got extra time, I may throw a fun stencil on it, but I don't like to personalize everything because sometimes people just like things plain. Since it was getting so late on Saturday, the free piles started coming out. Not a lot of Sunday sales around here. So I started grabbing stuff out of the free piles. First up is this beautiful grapevine. It almost looks like a valance, and there's a couple nails that were driven through it. It looks like somebody had it hanging. I might keep it depending how pretty it turns out, or I might stage this up pretty in my booth for sale. We'll see. There was a box of signs by the road. Bless. These do look like they were hand stenciled. Blessed Nana. Blessed Nani. Abundantly blessed. And leave your brooms at the door. So we are very blessed. Maybe a blessed witch. I decided to give these a light distressing because they did have a little bit of bleed through whoever had stenciled them, and then I went ahead and resealed them with some hemp oil from Sweet Pickins Milk Paint. Last box of the epic haul, and this was all free stuff people had put out by their curb. So first up were a couple of little flower baskets, looks like leftovers from a wedding. I will take the floral off of these and repurpose it. Probably not so much the bow, and the baskets are okay. They might get a little whitewash. Y'all, I am not kidding when I say I squealed when I saw this. I've got some fun shadows reflecting on me, sorry about that. This was by the curb, just chilling by somebody's mailbox. And we are going to make it into some kind of beautiful stand. This glass cake stand was $1 at their sale. It didn't sell, so it was mine for free. I will clean this up, and this makes great risers in my booth. I will go ahead and mark it for sale as well, probably around $6 or $8.95. Doesn't get much more cottagey, mushroomy, vintagey, grandma-y vibes than this. Leave me a comment below if anybody's grandmother had this hanging on her wall. I'm not going to paint these. I'm going to list them on my site as they are. I'm going to do a little bit of research first. I have no clue what to price them. They're going to be a little tricky to ship, so keep that in mind when it comes to shipping, but they are pretty great. They tried to sell them for the pair for $2, but they made their way to the curb instead. You guys. Granny chic, cottage floral, remind me of the 1990s mouse doorstop. I think she's gonna have to live with me. Yeah, it's just so cute. It's just so cute. And you know, it's because it's a critter. Even though this is a fur critter and not a metal critter, the critters always get me. I think I'm gonna keep her. All right, friends, here it is, the big announcement. I am now carrying JRV candlesticks, corbels, and cutting boards. Now, they're already preloaded to my website in this raw wood form. You can finish them using hemp oil, you can paint them. There are a ton of options. Now on Thursday, I'm going to show you one of my favorite ways to finish these and how I'm going to use them to decorate. So do not miss out. And remember, if you are new here, all the products that I use today are on my website, upcycledbybrie.com, and you can find everything that I showed under the current thrift haul collection. But I will link everything down below, and until Thursday, I will see y'all later. Bye, friends. Whoops. Things got a little crazy. Y'all, I am not kidding when I say I squealed when I saw this one. Like, that's not even actually, probably should not put my mouth on things like that.